Hey, what's up people, how are you? My name is Micaerys and welcome back to a new video. Today I bring you a D&D video, a Dungeons and Dragons video, because it's been some time since the last time I did one of those. And I found something really interesting to do, that is the D&D tag. I found it in the channel of Jeannie D. I'll put the link right here. And she did it with Mark Hulmes, a very famous dungeon master and player. So, what is it, the D&D tag, you may ask? Well, it's a group of 15 questions about how are you as a player, how are your characters, what kind of things of the game do you like, and what kind of things of the game you don't like. And I don't know, I found it interesting, so I want to do it, so that's what I'm doing right now. Of course, if you want to do it yourself, you can. You can also put your answers in the comments if you want to put your opinion but not do the whole tag, and I don't know, whatever you want. Okay, so here we go. Question 1. What's your first D&D character? Okay, my first D&D character was a high elf rogue named Aurion Soteris, with a novel background and family issues, because that's something totally original and it has never been done before. And I don't know, I found him really interesting to play and really funny. Question 2. Which D&D class is your least favorite, or which one you don't want to play? I mean, I don't have anything against any of the classes of D&D. I think that all of them are wonderful in its own way, but I must admit that Warlock is a little intimidating for me. Not because of anything specific, but because its rules are a bit complicated for me, because I never played one. So to be comfortable playing a Warlock, I will have to sit and read about Warlocks, about how they work. And once I understand it completely and try it a bit, I will be totally okay playing a Warlock. But if I don't understand the class, I feel very uncomfortable trying to put myself in their skin. Question 3. What D&D spell would you like to have in real life? Okay, I have two answers for this. One is a cantrip, like a spell that you can do whenever you want, without limit. And the other one is a spell, a big spell that you should only be able to do like once a day or something. The cantrip is Guidance. It's a cantrip that I think that is very useful, and in real life it will be wonderful, because it's like it gives you a boost, a little power up, having some extra luck or extra skill in whatever activity you are doing. So I think that will be wonderful, not only for me but for the people that are around me. And the spell will be Mordenkainen Magnificent Mansion. That is a spell that allows you to create like a extra dimensional house that has whatever you want, including food and water and whatever. So that will be, I mean, maybe it's not the most original answer, but it's the most practical. Who doesn't want to have a private, extra dimensional, free house that has whatever you need and lasts for an entire day? I definitely would. Okay, fourth question. What's your favorite D&D monster? Okay, dragon is a bit cliche, but I love dragons. But if I have to choose another one, I probably will choose the Coatl, the big feathered snake, because they are very cool. They have like mental psionic powers, and I don't know, they are a very interesting creature with a very interesting lore. Fifth question. What's your favorite NPC or villain that you have encountered or created? So I have two answers. One is a villain that I as a player encountered. His name was Hakon, and he was like a evil druid that had a lot of issues with my character. And actually I talked about him before, I put the video here. And the other one was an NPC that I created, and her name was Larinda. She was a drow wizard who was working in a library, but she was secretly a very skilled mage, and she was able to teleport a lot of heroes to the marsh where a green hag lived. So that was, I don't know, I like that character because she was like, oh yeah, I'm totally not important for the story, but suddenly, hey, I'm actually a very powerful wizard who can save your ass if she wants. Question number 6. Has any of your characters died? And if so, how? No. Luckily, none of my characters has died ever. Not even like, oh, I died, but I got revived. I got knocked unconscious at least 2 times. But I mean, I've been a player for 2 years or something, and I don't play so often for the opportunities of being killed being very high. 7th question. What's your favorite natural 20 story? Okay, so I mentioned before my first character, Aurion, and he and his party were in a jungle, in an unexplored continent, and they were trying to investigate some warriors who lived there, female warriors who were like very suspicious, and I was trying to spy on them, and I had like a very good situation because my stealth was very high because of Pass Without a Trace made by my ranger friend, and I was spying, listening to conversations inside a house, and I discovered that one member of our party, a dragonborn, was trying to betray us. So I was like, oh my god, I have to tell the people. And I tried to go back and let the ranger know, but I had to do a stealth check. So I was like, okay, I have to do this right, I have to go back with my team and let the ranger know, because the ranger was along with one of the warriors. So I rolled natural 20. And basically, my DM was like, oh my god, this was so epic, I have to do it epic. And basically, my character, Aurion, used a palm tree to throw himself through the air. He used minor illusion in the air to make like a paper with a message like, the Dragonborn is a traitor. So the ranger could see it, and when the warriors looked up, then a group of birds fly just below me, so I was blocked from the view, and I just landed totally safe in another palm tree. So it was very absurd and very crazy, but very funny at the same time, so I love that story. Okay, question number 8. What's your favorite natural 1 story? I have none, sadly. I have natural ones sometimes, but I never experienced like a very disaster natural one or a very funny story around a natural one, because I don't know, it never happened to me because of random things. And whenever I have a natural one, it's either a thing that is not very important or just not relevant enough for me to remember, like, oh my god, that time that I got a natural one. So I don't know. Question number 9. What's the highest level you have played a character to? 5th level or 6th level. Like, one of my characters was at 5th level, and in the last season we almost reached, like, the new experience will have made me reach the 6th level, but we never continued that campaign, so technically I never reached the 6th level. Question number 10. What's your favorite magical item? Okay, there are a lot of objects, magical objects, that are very interesting, but there is one that one of my characters, Gale, has, and it's very cool. It's the Staff of the Woodlands, a staff for druids that has the ability to become a living tree, or that allows you to cast certain spells and also makes you extra stealthy because you can cast whenever you want, pass without a trace, and that's very amazing. Okay, question number 11. If you had an alignment in real life, well, what would it be? I'm not totally sure. I feel like in some moments I'm chaotic good and in some moments I'm true neutral. I know that those are very different in some ways, but I don't know, it's just how I feel it. Probably people who know me will say that no, you are totally another thing or totally another thing. But for me, from my perspective, I think that I'm one of those. Question number 12. If you had to date one of your characters, which one would you choose? I found this one a bit complicated because my characters that I have played are all of them complicated in its own way, and I think maybe only one or two of them are ready psychologically and emotionally to date someone, so I wouldn't, also if they are created by me, so we start with the base that is kind of weird to think about them in a romantic way, but there is one NPC that it's created by me because it's from a future campaign that I'm going to do as a DM, and her name is Alex. She is the princess of a kingdom known as Ephira, and Alex is like, she's there for the throne of her country, but she is like not a crazy kind of person in the sense that, oh my god, she does so many random things, but she's like a very experimental kind of girl in the sense that she's an adult. She can go wherever she wants and do whatever she wants, but she's not like abusing that freedom. She's like, okay, this is interesting, I'm going to explore this. This is interesting, I'm going to read about this. She's like, she likes to know things, she likes to have a strong and justified opinion about things, and I don't know, there is something about that kind of behavior that I like. I wouldn't mind dating her. I have to be honest. Question number 13. Is there a character that you want to play but you didn't have the chance yet? Yes, there is one. A Kalashtar wizard. I don't know its name yet, but he will be a scribe, like a wizard from the Order of Scribes that appeared in Tasha Cauldron of Everything. And I don't know, ironically I love magical characters, but I never played a wizard, so I thought that, hey, that would be a very good starting point to play a scribe. But I never got the chance because right now the situation with my D&D groups is a bit so we don't have all the time and the opportunity to play a lot. Question number 14. Are you a dice goblin or a dice minimalist? I'm totally a dice minimalist. I only have 1.5 set of dice, and it is because when I started playing, one of our friends had a lot of sets of dice and she gave one to each of us, like she was very sweet. And they are purple dice, very cool. And another friend, she brought me dice that were like a mix of blue with orange, like kingfishers, the birds, because one of my characters is very connected with those birds. So I thought like, wow, this is so cool, but there weren't an entire set, they were like just some dice. So I mixed them, like I have half of my dice are purple and half of my dice are blue and orange. So it's a nice combination. There are people probably like don't like to mix the sets or that prefer to have one for each character, but I'm okay with what I have. Question number 15. What rule or mechanic have you never quite wrapped your brain around? So many, to be honest. Like, this is a game that has so many rules, so many details, so many mechanics that I can't just understand all of them. I can't. I have to experience it in the session and understand it and maybe suffer it from mistakes, and with that I little by little start adapting to them. But there isn't a specific rule that still explodes my mind, because the whole game is like exploding my mind all the time, but I'm still learning, so that's something. And with that I finished the 15 questions, and now it's your turn if you want. You can answer all of this, and you can do it in a video yourselves in the comments if you want, and do whatever you want. However, I hope you like this video, I hope you push that like button and comment and subscribe if you are not, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!